So in this assignment, we're trying to make a box plot out of this data. This data was collected by a teacher called Miss S, and it records the time that it takes her kids to walk to school. For example, this student took 5 minutes to walk to school, and this student took 60 minutes to walk to school. And it's important to remember that the way the data is presented, that each dot is a kid, and that kid has reported, this one has reported that it takes them 5 minutes to walk to school. That's why their dot is above the 5. Okay? So our first number that we want to try and find is the median, right? The median. In your instructions, right, Mr. S gave you instructions, and step 1 was to find the median. So we could start to write out our numbers like this. 5, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3 5s, 5, 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Comma 10, comma 10. Whew, I'm only up to this point right here. Comma 10. That's going to take forever. And you're probably also going to make a mistake as you keep trying to go back and forth between the dots and the numbers. Let's not do that. That would take too long. All right, so another thing you might remember from elementary school is, like, if all the numbers were laid out from least to greatest, sometimes you just start scratching out the number at the top and the number at the bottom end. And then you scratch out the number at the top and then the number at the bottom end. So remember, these dots are already kind of laid out in order from least to greatest. So you can just keep doing this, and eventually we'll work our way towards the middle. I'll scratch out one at the top, one at the bottom, one at the top, one at the bottom, one at the top, one at the bottom. Okay, now remember, this is still a 5, right? Maybe this was the first 5, and this is the 5th 5 that we put in the list. Okay, one at the top. This is probably the first 10 in the list. One at the top. This is the next 10. And we could just keep doing this. And eventually we'll get to the middle number. Hey, there it is. The 15. So it turns out our median is 15. And that'll work, right? There are some cleverer ways to do this. I'm just going to do this real quick. You might really like the scratching out method. Fine. I think in this plot what happens is there are 27 numbers. There are 27 numbers all the way across, right? So think about it. There are 27 numbers spread out, and I want the one in the middle, right? That's the one I'm looking for. That means that if I circle the one in the middle, that means that there would be 13 up here and 13 down here, because 13 plus 13 makes 26, plus the one in the middle makes 27. So you could have just counted 13 numbers from the back, right? I would count off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 until I got to the middle. You could do that here too, thinking just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And the next one is the one in the middle, 15. Okay, so our median still comes out to be 15. That's a couple ways to look at it. All right. Now, I know you can't erase all of your dots when you scratch things out, all of your marks. So be careful when you're marking these up. Because now we have to go back and we have to try and find the Q1, right? Where the first quartile ends. And so this helps again, right? Because I know that this is my median. And so now all of these are in my lower half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them are in my lower half. There's the 13 in my lower half. And I need to find the median of those. What is in the middle of those? So I'm going to do this trick again. Right? I know there's 13 numbers, so if I broke them in half, that would leave me with 6 on one side and 6 on the other, and the median in the middle. So I'm going to try and scratch off 6 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, till I get in the middle. I'll just do it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just scratched off 6 numbers, and the next one is the one I want. That's Q1. That looks like Q1 is a 10-second. That's a 10-second walker. Okay? Now, you might say, Mr. Meyer, I like the other way better. Can I do it the other way too? Sure. Oops, let me get my eraser here. Sure. Okay? If this is the median, number 15, you get to start counting. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And there it is, the one in the middle. Oh wait, I should have kept going, sorry. 1, 1, and that's the one in the middle. Okay, so I scratched off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I got the one in the middle. All right, let's try it with the top half, right? We're trying to figure out Q3, quartile 3. So I'm going to look at my data. Again, on the top half, I have those 13. If I break 13 in half, I should get 6 and 6, and the number in the middle is going to be the median of the top half, right? That's what we call Q3. So let's do it both ways, right? So let's start off with counting down. So there's the lowest number, highest number, 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 lowest number, highest number. Right in the middle should be a 25. So Q3 is 25. I'm going to try it the other way, just to, because I think it's faster and it's worth learning. Okay? So that was my median, and I should have 13 below here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 13. There's my 13 dots. I want to find the one that's in the middle. So I'm going to have 6 on the lower end. So I'm going to start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there it is, 25. That's my Q3. All right. So I found those numbers, and of course the 5-number summary, we also need the minimum and the maximum. So I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say we can figure those out without too much trouble. And we're supposed to make this little graph down here. Right? So Mrs. S's class, Mr. S, sorry, Mr. S's class. So I'll start off with the minimum. The smallest number was 5. Let's get a good color here. We'll do blue. The smallest number was 5. I'm going to put in some extra numbers on my grid so I'll be able to figure out where I am. Okay, we'll call that 5. We'll call that 10. And the next one's 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50. Skip counting by 5 is just going to make it easier for me to put these on my graph. All right, so let's begin with the minimum. The minimum was 5. I'm going to put a little dot right there. The maximum, the kid who took the longest to walk was 60. So I'll put a little dot right there. That's my minimum and maximum. Median was 15. So I'm going to put a line right there. And I'm going to label it with an M, just so I know, help me remember. My first quartile ends at 10. And the third quartile ends at 25. I'm going to label these. Sorry, that was Q1, and that was Q2. And now I'm going to do, keep following the instructions. That was in the instructions in your homework. It says the first step is to find the median. The second step is to find the first and second quartile. The third step is to connect them to make a box. And the last step is to connect the minimum to the box with a line and connect the maximum to the box with a line. And there it is. That's your box plot. From here you can probably easily calculate the interquartile range if you wanted to. But let's just make that box plot. Okay. Now, you should be able to do the same thing with Mr. J's class. Okay? Mr. J's class. Looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 numbers. So think about 29. If you had half of 29, that would be 14 and a half. That half is going to be in the middle. So you're going to have 14 numbers over here, 14 numbers over here, and the halves, we put them together, that's going to make our median, right? I should just say that those two half numbers are going to be the number that's the median. Okay, with that, I'd like you to finish making your own box plot for Miss J's class. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in class tomorrow.